Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians! I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Nevermind the Furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory. That's indcd.org, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, artists, and my brothers and sisters. I say, and musicians. We're also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of our ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. The Big Stompy Robots line of books and games. And, of course, Hates and Hellfire, a dark secret has claimed 2 lives and has hunted an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Greetings and salutations. Salutations as well. We are coming into this week hot in the heart and cold everywhere else. I know a great many of us are locked down. We are up to -2 on the clock with probably 12 to 15 mile an hour winds. So we're still cruising into the how cold is it? It's cold. That's right, folks. It is cold. Cold. Keep your stuttering and your shuddering to yourself. Wrap up in the blankets. Cuddle down. Tell your boss to shove it. Today is a day to stay home, rest, relax, and elevate as you educate yourself on the glories of independent publishing, creativity, and other important things as brought to you by a very specific madman. Now, let's talk accountability. This weekend, I actually got a lot done. Vast majority of it was catching up on sleep. Due to a few things, yours truly needed to reset, repair, mildly disengage, and just literally recover from some of my injuries, both physical and emotional damage that I have incurred. However, I am watching what's going on in the world, and I am fully aware that the ice is everywhere, one way or another. And I'm hoping you all stay home and it gets melted off. But while we're dealing with what all we're dealing, I need to put a big shout out to the Benton County Public Library because, of course, my internet went down minutes before the stream, yet my emergency backup hotspot is running and smoothly allowing me to broadcast my merriment to you, which I am. And we are using that opportunity to help make things a better place. I did get a little bit more writing on a couple of my projects, but I had some extra Mandy time and I needed it. Speaking of extra Mandy time, my beloved is actually zonked out on the couch trying not to sleep, probably watching a Chinese drama, which is fine. She may be watching this broadcast. Let me look. Maybe. It's a quiet day. You guys are really, either the net is down all over the place or a whole lot of folks just missed the stream, which is fine. It is okay because today we're going to talk a few practical things before we get back into our merriment. We have situationally certain options, certain opportunities, if you will, that make what we do kind of awesome. Right now, people need your specialized education. They need your help. They need your hope. They need the light that can only come from those of us who have spent time in the long, dark tea time of the soul. And from whence we can do some things. So I want to encourage you guys to take the time, because most of you in my chat are writers. Some of you are not nearly as published as you need to be. And it is a good time, as it is too cold to go out, to snuggle up with your phone, with your computer, whatever device you choose to write upon. Get a warm beverage, preferably caffeinated, preferably yummy. Because I am giving you the count that calories do not count on snow days. And I want you to start creating. I'm serious. We are in need of basic creativity. So I am going to be doing a few projects of my own to see how they go in the near future. Beyond that, I may be breaking off and attempting some low content work. I'm debating taking my art and just making notebooks, seeing if I can't, I got to figure out how I want to tinker with the insides a bit. But I'm just making notebooks or journals for a while. It shouldn't take long to format such a device. And then I can bang out some high quality art, throw it, on there and see just how it goes. So I'm looking into that. I'm also currently doing. Is that dungeon design? There we go. Yes, it is. Sneak peek. Now, see, my gamers could have caught that, but one, this is a test for a small game for today, because my young son and my lovely wife are planning on having me DM a game for them. We were going to yesterday, but a Realist Hero Marathon was preferred by the first young lord. So it was provided. Lots of bouncing on its new bouncer. To the people who are worried, the Amazon, through the company, I'm not sure how it happened, did indeed send us a replacement bouncer. He is enjoying it greatly. The weather has wreaked havoc on us, but that's not surprising. I know a lot of people are basically snowed in. It was -12 when I woke up this morning at 7 o'clock, so -2 is almost balmy. A lot of this depends on the weather, though. So, and the wind. So we will see. As always, we are doing the best to broadcast whenever. I do need to apologize. All the net in the area was down for Friday night. Actually, a good chunk of Friday for me. So I couldn't even get on StreamYard to pre-record a video to see to the betterment of the Historical Fencing Guild. It does mean I have more time to review a new product, because I sure as heck wasn't going to just do an unboxing and not review. I've been waiting on this one. So I have a book to review. I have a trainer to review. Have some really interesting conversations. If Trelena is watching, we are going to talk about this particular one just a bit. And I am hoping it does well. I am also plotting against some Nerf adjacent acquisitions. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. And perhaps we shall overcome. But beyond that, beyond the beyond, we are going to look into topics that are of interest to people and try to write them. I have a suspicion some of my more esoteric knowledge may come in handy. That's my plan. I did not expect Mandy home, so that will be not a negative, but it will distract me from my plan. Not sure. But still, I'm going to have a little bit of fun today. And frankly, I think we all need to have some fun. So that's the plan. And nothing for me is more fun than hanging out with you guys during my streams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run an ad, probably Trey's, because bless her. And boy, I'm sorry, Trey and my other more fiber adjacent friends. I have been finding, my feed has turned into, here are obscure and bizarre ways to do fiber arts that I may or may not be interested in. But if it looks mechanically weird or intriguing, I pass it on to poor Amanda and poor Trey. I do need to get back to watching and commenting on Gundam Wing. But I've been on a Chinese, what do you call them, mini dramas that have been pounded into a single 3-hour thing, and a little bit of old-fashioned isekai escapism. So there is that. There's also the possibility of Minecraft in my future, possibly broadcast. We shall see. So, with all that in mind, I think I'm going to run the ad now, and I will come back to you fine, folks, after I've had a bit of hydration. My throat's a little dry. And then I will be doing what I do. I'm sorry, my ads have moved around again, and I cannot find the ad I am reaching for, which is very strange. There it is. Okay, back in 54 seconds. All right, let's hop into the comments just a bit. All right, we got a comment dump. Okay, hi guys. Okay. Dan Hallfield is first through the door at 6:28. Still have power. Oh, sorry. Computer wants to update for the fourth time in 24 hours. Going to bed at 7 a.m. after watching several Gamera movies. Let's go. Once Carl's show ended and taking a long nap at the desk chair. Gamera is really neat. He is made of turtle meat. Gamera. Da-da-da-da-da. No, did I just take the Goofy Gamera song and put it to the tune of the Sephiroth ominous background? Yes. Yes, I did, because I got the stuff called sleep, and it's scary. I did not get the shower I wanted, so my hair is a poofy disaster, and I'm sure it's going to drive small, psychically damaged, psionically gifted women into cubbies because the hair is still there. Anyway, best wishes to everyone. Always best wishes to you. And in the post-nap taken, coffee acquired, good to go for today, as long as it doesn't require going out in the cold. Excellent plan. I'll be looking at the temperatures, trying require. Dan's speaking my language. Why can I type required this morning? Maybe I need more coffee. Do you require it? And speaking of coffee, Houston, Texas, Dave, how are you? Are you staying warm? Are you staying safe? I am concerned about my southern brethren who are not accustomed to the death cold that is visiting upon our nation. Although I do love that the storm was a vaguely phallic symbol, vaguely pointed towards our nation's capital, or near enough to amuse me. How are you, sir? God, Houston is a beautiful city. Anyway, good morning, everyone, says our beloved Angelina, descending from the heavens, or Georgia. Both are peachy. Oh. Oh, I'm going to catch it for that one. I regret nothing! Anyway, good morning, everyone. It is 20 degrees here in Northwest Georgia. The roads are super icy, so I'm glad I'm working from home today. So am I. I am so glad you are home. You are safe. You have a hot beverage, I hope, cuddled in. The only reason that I am not wrapped in something warmer than what I am wearing currently is, one, I'm wearing enough orange that I felt, black and white could get offset from it. Two, if I were comfy, I might snug down, and to fight the chill in here, which is surprisingly manageable right now, I have been battling a great many things, and it is allowing me the combative energy juice to do what I have to do, which hopefully is entertain you. Now, hi, Dave. Where are you? And Angelina says, Dan Hallfield, it is 28 here in northeast Georgia. Maybe we can fax you a wool blanket? Gotta call Scotty to fix my transporter. Yes, please. And I like the 3D printers that I can't quite get to go, but I would love an old-fashioned Trek replicator, please, and thank you. And speaking, good morning, Trelena. Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello. I'm going to review something that you are interested in, as it hits a great many of our criteria. Spoilers, I still think for the vast majority of what we do, the odd rapiers that I have found are better. But this gives me hope, and it lets me train. It's very close to being perfectly adapted for things I specifically do. And it's good, and we love good, don't we? Yes. And hiya, Trey. Hope you're warm. And currently, we have a single degree in Northwest Indiana. I just ordered and under the desk heater for the office. That sounds wise. And I have an elderly curled up next to my feet. Well, that's nice. Out. Real feel is negative 15. Yeah, no. This right here is intelligence. We thought she was blind from old age, but after frequent feeding, she opened her eyes and began stumbling around the house to sleep on my feet. Oh, that's adorable. And hey, Donna, you keeping everybody warm? Why don't you come up and see us sometime? Get that Mae West action. Aw, and hey, Aunt Donna. Witzman dude is at the grocery store, so he'll be late or not at all. Brave man to do anything in this goop. I will probably have to suit up and shovel. I'm not happy about it. My wife will not be happy when I say I probably need to suit up and shovel. I'm just hoping we can get at least a base above temperature before I go out. Morning. Good morning. Hey, that's a lady. Hey, have you done any nifty jewelry? Because your wire jewelry, like the wire stone, I say primitive like as a compliment because it's got the clunk I really do love. And once I have funds, I may throw some your way to commission something for my dear mother. Hey, Foxy. And as long as he is safe, Donna, we will worry until Carl gets home. Indeed. And he'll be fine. Streets are mostly clear. Bestie and her husband showed up yesterday, shoveled our driveway out, so he didn't have to do that. That was nice of them. And our driveway's still an inch of ice. Yeah, no, that's flamethrower material. That's not, no. I am seriously thinking of getting one of those bush burners. You know, not flamethrower, but flame pointer. I will fire you. Frankly, I'm amazed that we haven't had a power line snap. We're not tempting fate. We nod, we smile. Afterwards, we would say, thank God it was a miracle. But do not tempt fate. I will say this, and I want to pause for a moment to preach a little bit to y'all. Well, not quite preach, but get real close. I've been watching the world right now, and I know it's dark, and I know it's scary, and I know things are going hinky, both weather and politically, and folks are getting killed in the street. Well, I'm not going to gloss over it. But I will tell you this. What I believe is going on, what I believe is that a whole lot of repressed, vile, evil infection has festered under the surface of our country for far too long. And right now, it is exploded all over. It is a big mess, and it sucks. But it means that we will have an opportunity in the end to identify the sources, in the end to clean out that which has made itself known. And it may take months, it may take years, it may take decades. But joy and happiness will find their way back here. And I believe that there are a lot of forces working at hand right now, attempting to drive down the sorrow, the debilitating sadness to all those with empathy. Because what they fear more than anything is a mix of kindness and self-sufficiency. Because those who would dictate require a level of need and control. So I encourage you guys to be as self-sufficient as possible and as kind as possible. There are sort of lockdown, it's going. People are trying to shut strikes and slowdowns. If you are comfortable, support that. Um, do what you have to do so that 20 years from now you'll be able to say, yeah, when all the stuff went down, I did what I had to do. But be safe, okay? Because I love each and every one of you. And storms or no storms, sunny or rain, it is important, it is vital that you all keep going, keep telling your stories. Because the stories, well, in the end, that's all we have. And in the end, maybe the story is all that matters.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Alrighty. Sorry. And where are we? Glad though. And it's too cold up here for salt to work, so it's pretty icy. Yeah. We just have to be extra careful. Hugs and warm thoughts to all, always. Glad you guys still have power. I worried about you. So was I. I was expecting to be using solar and coal by now. It's far better to have backups. Delightful, wasn't it? I'm impressed. Just heard from a cousin that the guy whose butt got frozen to the porta potty had to be rescued from my hometown of Rossville, Illinois. Oh, what a poor person. And Trey's turning on listening mode. The office is too cold for me. You do what you got to do, dear. Okay, outdoor camera is showing road thawed, but my driveway could serve cocktails and bar at least entire tailgate party. And our dear Angelina would love a wool blanket, Captain Dan. I have a couple. Don't forget to like and share, folks. Unfortunately, I am incredibly allergic to wool. Hey, Nick. Hey. Totally inappropriate snuggles from here, from me to you, my dear. And yes, I know I have a lot of poof today. The poof just transcends. That's okay. Good. And greetings. Angelina's greeting everyone. Botrix has joined the channel. We have greetings back and more greetings. And good morning. Cold morning text. Absolutely. Coffee crew. Masters of the universe. Here we are. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Princes of the Universe. Yes, I know that is out. I haven't been able to see that. Just to make you all jealous, we are at 13. Foxy, how is Thesis? I haven't seen him in the chat lately. Is he holding up well? I'm worried about him. 22 degrees. It was about 28 most last night, 30 outdoors. Takes the power of Grayskull! I can make that work. I can't use this for anything because my tiny little son got hold of it and bit a chunk. But I love it. So. Yes. Oh. Hey, Dave. Wow. Sorry, I don't feel sorry for you. It's -2 right now. Yep. And I'm sorry, now that I've seen it, all I can see is the meme about with He-Man going, take a big deep breath, and I get real high, and I say, what's going on? Say, hey, 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 hey. Yeah, let's go. Supposed to get down to, my son has moved around. 16 tonight. Glad I have many blankets, a big dog, and several cats to snuggle with. Should need be, I am totally prepared to have pile of cats, extra long, squirmy teenager, wife, all piled down in an emergency bed. But we're not to that point yet. That is the way down. Dawn. I can't tap today. That's okay. We understand. Took the dog out for a walk. He just took a few steps, looked at me, came back inside, and laid down on his doggy couch. It is hot chocolate weather for sure. I've got some kind of weaker coffee going. I am currently out of my hot cocoa powder. I drank it all. No! But I have coffee and other things to make it nice. And there may be baking in the future. There may be baking. There may be bacon. I'm not sure, but it's going to be good. And I know what lunch is going to be. Thank you for reminding me. I have a snazzy ramen to make, and it must be done. Our dog loves the snow, but she won't go out if the ground is wet. But if it's covered in snow, she will beg and go out and not want to come back till it's feeding time. That is dog logic. Indigo loves snow too. Hootie. Loves it so much. But our former little guy, Doxy Mix, didn't. I can't blame him when the snow is taller than him. Fair. Uh-oh. Heating company over at Neighbors across the street. The lawn neighbor. No global warming this week. No, what we have is a complete destabilization of our polar cap. You see, when the weather systems are working right, we have thermals that contain this tightly to the North Pole. But because the thermals and the jet streams are all getting destabilized, there is very little keeping, what is it? It's a turbulent weather cap. Really, there's some fascinating things. It sucks so hard. But it may be worse for Europe as they may enter a mini ice age as everywhere else heats up, at least for a while. Let's go. Let's find out what's going on. Good morning, everyone. I hope that you are safe and warm. Wind chill is 8 degrees at this moment. Woo! I'm not snowed in. I'm warmed out. Woo! Let's go. And all good here, Chris. Of course we aren't getting snow. How do we need? Too bad can't ship it all from you folks. Indeed. But look. Foxy, you are a lovely lady with a undoubtedly creative mind, and you now have opportunities to associate with your thesis. And oh no, it's cold. We'll have to huddle for warmth. Not you, Lydia. You're undead. You're always cold. Jeez, woman. Needy. Anyway. Cuddle Elvira over there. Mini Vira, and you can have your little thing. No, that a person doesn't live on our street. He lives. So the person who hounds you doesn't even. The power of my pet peeve demands their suffering. No, moving on. The Sword of Power, Masters of the Universe review. No, I haven't gotten to see it. I want to. It looks pretty good. The neighbors on our street are all nice. Well, that's cool. Then why does he care as much about it? Because he's up there. Anyway, we need rain in whatever form we can get it, preferably not ice. Yep, no one needs the level of ice that's everywhere. It needs to be out, gone. Frankly, I am tired of it. Now, I hear that, Chris, but we aren't out of drought conditions either for the year. And I watched 3 Gamera movies last night. So, yes, I've been having fun. Oddly, though, I now dislike children named Kenny. Watch the Riff Tracks version of it. It will make you feel better. And yes, Gamera is really neat. He is made of turtle meat. Look, the 3 greatest kaiju ever are, and I hate to say it because as much as I love Gamera as a personal favorite, Godzilla, Gamera, and Don Fry. And if you all don't know, go watch Final Wars. Go watch Godzilla Final Wars. Because Kefkaroth approves of your suffering. That is a deep cut, my friends. An invocation of Kefkaroth. Yes. Long time viewers may know that one. I hope that wherever Trey is in her listening, she is delighting at that. I also want to remind you all, while we are here, to take an opportunity to taste the biscuit and the high sauce. Or don't, it depends on the biscuit. Now, back to the comments. There we are. Had some crazy neighbors when I lived in Wichita. Night we moved in, we met them outside as the wife, only in t-shirt underwear, was on her husband's back running down the street. I think in places where there isn't enough to do, people get weird. Because his wife is one of those people who obsesses on good lawns, we can tell when she gets on him about their lawn because he tattles to us about the lawn missy. Indeed. LOL, Angelina. LOL. Sounds like fun neighbors. Right, Donna? You never have to be inebriated to laugh at them. Isn't that cool? And good morning, a happy Monday, y'all. How you doing? I'm on a traditional snow day. The title sure cracks me up. If you know, you know. Wink, wink. Y'all don't understand. I've crushed on a few people in my life for long periods. Our mistress of the dark, Elvira, may Cassandra Peterson live for all eternity and simply continue to level up. Dolly Parton, are quite possibly the perfect celestial patron. Carol Kane, because I watched Transylvania 65000, and while everybody was looking at Gina Davis wearing much not, she was barefoot all over. I was watching Carol Kane's Loopy going, that's awesome. But of people I've known, I have melted thinking about Kat Rothermel since, I have crushed on Kat Rothermel since before she was a Rothermel. That woman helped define one of my preferred subclasses of beauty. And this is why it took me, so long to get married. And, I didn't date a lot. I had monstrous standards. When you've associated with the kind of beauties like Kat Rothermel, it helps you redefine what is beautiful. Still say, if you've never met her, all you have to do is take Stevie Nicks, okay, and Cyndi Lauper, and if by some chance they had gone into a room, right, and had not only a very special but a very impossible type of hug, the resulting entity David Bowie may have been involved, which would explain everything. Would be our beloved Cat Rotherman. So, my dear rock and roll art goddess, we love you very much. And I am in the mood for trouble. Chris Walker says, look at my post on several groups of Facebook regarding the legislation in the state of Washington regarding 3D printing. I hope it fails. It's sneaky bad, wrapped in good meaning. Oh no. Are they trying to prevent Freedom Seed distribution? I was just promised an omelet. What universe am I in this time? Look, if the CERN hopping, because we don't know, we're all sliders. The whole universe. If it provides you an omelet, you embrace the omelet. You enjoy the omelet. And Chris Walker says, hi, Cat. Snow day! Yay! My hair is pulling an Einstein today. Welcome to the club! Hi, Chris. This old god of Appalachia is glad thermal long johns were invented. You look good in red, Dan. I'll tell you that. I've known a couple people who look really good in red long johns, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, hi, Cat. We got greetings, and I reserve my room for next HallowCon. I hope changing venues won't affect how many people attend. My grandparents lived in Cleveland, Tennessee. It's a really nice area. I am so sorry, guys. I truly am. For me to get invited to LodgeCon the way I have and get told, yes, there are reviews going on because they're adding an extra day and they're doing this and they're doing that. And being told, but you don't have to worry. You're in, your spot is saved. The farthest they're going to move me is a slot left or right along the powered inside wall because we got it, we rock it, so I have to get some things done. But I want you HallowCon attendees to have for all the fun. But please, for those of us who are working something else and cannot make it, take lots of pictures. I can't make it out there. So pictures, video, maybe live stream. I want to see what can be done from that wonderful location. And kids playing hockey on Texas streets is hilarious. Hockey is awesome. I'm going to say something that may be blasphemous, but I think hockey is extremely overrated. Underrated. Hockey is underrated. I don't watch a lot of sports, but I do find hockey interesting, especially when they do the overlay that highlights the puck so you can see it clearly. I'm not a watch sports guy, shock gas pourer, but when they give you an angle where you can see the strategy involved, I'm interested from that aspect. I think like football, either the field is entirely too big or it needs American Gladiator style interference. So I'd like to see some woman named like Saber or Turbo, maybe we could borrow Rhea Ripley to man a giant tennis ball cannon and just open up on the football players as they go through doing whatever they're doing. I think that could really enhance the viewing aspects of it. Perhaps add some terrain challenges, not just this, we are running on a big flat field. Thoughts? But hockey's nice because you've got all the strategy. It's small enough you can usually watch and see everything. and occasionally, quasi-sponsored violence. And then you get to watch a full-grown man go in timeout and be mad about it and have to sit in a little acrylic box. This is entertaining. Carl capping those frozen numbers at the grocery area. That's nice of him. Oh, frozen munsies. I figured so. I'm sure he is. If I could get Lynn to stop cooking long enough, I plan oyster stew for tonight. Everyone is welcome to come and have some hot soup, but drive safely. I hate that you are so far away. Of course he is. And yes. Oh, tell us about your shirt. This was given to me by my wife, and it features just... There might be a stain. That's okay. It highlights it. Attractive, very sarcastic women in old school comics, and I love this shirt dearly. And I wear it when I am really in a spicy mood. This is my annoy people shirt, or it's one of them. Is that a stain? Did I get a stain from my pocket? Yeah, well, it appears so. Still, it's very good. Thesis is doing well, complaining about the cold. Good. He's been putting out a lot of content. I watch when I can. With everything I'm doing in the background, guys, I've been kind of busy. So glad my 2-hour delay to a full day delay. I wasn't looking forward to the commute. Cat. Okay, I need to become insanely wealthy so that I can just be the actual patron we all wish we had. Like, if we're going to go economic feudalism crap, give me the power. I will use villainous tendencies to highlight and uplift your lives, because Kat should not be having to do what she's doing. She should be retired, quote unquote, running her own gallery with her and her husband's amazing artwork, maybe that of her friends, and getting to dress in attractive clothing and go to galas when she's not going to awesome concerts and things. This is what Kat deserves. Only the best. She's on the list. She is in the good list. And Trey's back. She's back again. Trey is back. Well, my friend. And I'm back. Extra heater on high and hot chocolate acquired. Well, while Trey is back and feeling hot and sweet at the same time, and Dawn is here, she thinks I forgot to show her babies. I didn't. I just needed to delay it because once in a while I want to mix everything up. We need to run an ad. And let's do this. Bam.
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at ndcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Alrighty then. I did some layer hopping and I completely the pooch. So I'm gonna have to figure out something about redoing this map. And I don't want to have to redo it from scratch. But arrangements can be made. We'll figure something out, won't we? Because we are the youth of the nation. And before anybody says anything about youth, look, I am being overlorded by a dude twice my age as a 44-year-old man. Y'all make me want to shave my head or trim my hair down and sort some people out. You know what I'm saying? And nice Trey. She's always nice, and so are you. Lovely to see you again, my friend. And now I have Moody Blues albums playing in my head. LOL. That is a good place to be. Cold death. I like the Moody Blues too. I blame my father. Blame the Moody's are a blessing. Indeed. I'd like not have heard about them if not for him. Oh, okay. And folks used to play records and later tapes of all sorts when we did decide what we liked and didn't. So we got exposed to all things. That is awesome. Introduced my kids to Glenn Miller, the Dorsey Brothers, and swing music. I am totally evil. I'm going to tell you. Is it X-Fox? You know what? I'm going to look it up. Go look it up. Not on that one though. Give me a second. Tube. Search. X-Fox. Electro swing. Follow. Anyway, while we wait for that to work. Okay. Here we go. You go to XEFOX Music, right? Oh, they've got an Instagram. Cool. And the channel art is designed, so it is art that is done. It is not that garbage. You will find electro swing. You will love it. But it's dangerous because it's motivational. It seems like Hollywood is making a lot of 80s, 90s. Yeah, they're trying to chase the maintain the IPs lest they get. Yes. It's like they're out of original ideas. What they did to the Rescue Rangers cannot be forgiven. Or it won't be forgotten. It won't be forgiven. But there is talk about bringing back the Disney's Gargoyles. And if that's the case, if they don't bring back Keith David as Goliath, and if they don't get Jonathan Frakes as Xanatos, I will riot personally. Anyway, the new hotels should attract people, Angelina. The rooms are nicer and the difference is very noticeable. Rock on! Trying to tap into our nostalgia and ruin our hearts. Ooh, at a Mario Party World movie. Mario Party, David Bowie. Yes. Okay. David Bowie. He does not count. I just want to put this out here. There are some men who quietly look at David Bowie and they feel things and are concerned. Gentlemen and gentlemen presenting folks, David Bowie doesn't count. Don't worry about it. David Bowie is David freaking Bowie. Anyway, David Bowie is Ziggy Stardust. Bowie may or may not. When was he not involved? Since he was called back home. And some Cyndi Lauper. Yes. So, again, David Bowie, Cyndi Lauper, and Stevie Nicks all go into Cat Rothermel. I have been blessed to know some staggeringly beautiful people in my life. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Thank you. All the love in the world. Seriously. I'm glad to hear it, Chris. Now I just have to wait 9 months. The rooms are very nice. The Is good. By the way, are you into the Dungeon Crawler Carl series? I've heard that come up. I need to check into it. Nick, take a note. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Right now, of the things I am book and story listening to, I am reading a book from the 70s called Due to Lack of Interest, Tomorrow is Canceled, which is a farcical story of a lady who got married before she graduated, and like 30 years, 40 years later, her husband has passed, and she realized she only had 2 credits left to graduate, so somehow she goes back to college from having been there in the 40s to being there in the late 70s. And it has almost Douglas Adams, Jay Friedman vibes. I cannot remember the author's name to save me, but it was one of those books where I was walking around Goodwill and it like flew to my hand. If you know, you know. Hockey is about the only sport I do watch. Plus, we have a new team in our state to cheer for. Awesome! We may have a new football team to cheer for. These guys called the Bears. Anyway, now, I say I don't watch sports, but if I get a shot to watch like the Lumberjack games or the Highland games or a few more niche things, I will sit down and watch that gleefully. I just want to put that out there. I haven't seen Kat, but her voice and her ad is definitely something to be enjoyed. Yes. American Gladiator TV show was fun to watch. Yeah, well, they need to bring that back. Heck, combine American Gladiator and combine American Gladiator and the Ninja Challenge, whatever, and then have it commented by Vic Romano and Kenny Blankenship. Let's go. Apparently, there is a new updated version of I want to say it's Toshiro's Cash. The show that became Most Extreme Most Extreme Immolation Challenge. Oh, I'm writing that down. That's glorious. I see a parody coming. Most Extreme Immolation Challenge. That is epic. Oh, go. It's probably super ethical. Let's go. Okay. Sorry, I am motivated. I am having fun today. I'm running late and I am okay with it. Today's one of those shows where I need to. Oh, thanks, Chris. Finished the first 3 books. I know for sure my to be so much in my to be read pile. That's huge. Absolutely. My friends. Couple things. If you haven't gotten into Monster Hunters International, I'm 3 behind or 4. I'll get there. Fantastic. There's another series, Bubba the Monster Hunter, I think is what it's called. Y'all, you Georgians, you need to read Bubba. Better yet, listen to the stories. And there's one about some paranormal folks in California. Not in California, in Florida. Trace and Mothman that were really good too. God. Anyway, no, what I am listening to right now is broadcasts from a lonely radio fire tower The one Autumn Ivy narrated. Look up Lonely Broadcasts Autumn Ivy. You can listen to them on YouTube. They are incredible. And Autumn Ivy can melt steel with her voice. And that's without looking at her. And looking at her is impressive. She if you follow her journey, she has gone to great measures to get the body she wants. I'm impressed. She's a hardworking, really neat lady. Heck of a cosplayer, one of my all-time favorites. Anyway, so that's Random Story Rex. Also, for those of you who haven't, Dan has some audiobook things over on his Bandcamp. Thank you, Nick, for all the love and support. Anytime. You have my Facebook. That means if you need to message me, if you need to call, if you need to video chat, if there's ever anything I can do to be of service to you, you simply have to ask. Don's babies! Someone convinced Lucas and Spielberg to make movies out of my Tom Darby books, and I'll sell resort centrally located to all of us. Oh, by resort, yes. I would love to see it. That'd be cool. You're welcome, Kat. Just stating my humble opinion. Your voice, I find it captivating. It is. Music is medicine for the soul. It completely is. Music is a wonderful thing and a great gift to the world. Love how music can lift your spirits, whether you understand the words or not. Oh, yes. I listen to a lot of international music. And, well, musicians like getting paid, too. Yes. I miss media play. It's one of my favorite places in the world. Books, my things in the world. Oh, God, I do, too. Keith David is a treasure. I think he's the best voice over artists ever. I thought he was awesome in Mass Effect. Okay. If you get a chance to play both Saints Row 3, which is fabulous, and Saints Row 4, if you're a Mass Effect fan, there is a parody in Saints Row 4 you need to see, my friend. Also, I will be putting up a post to try to hook you up with a few other friends I have who are fellow music lovers. And Woodsman Dude texted, he's on his way home. My beverage fell. Hey, time for kitty cat lunch and help him at the door. You rock. We're going to go here, and because of them...
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a cap, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us cap, and you can play it too.
Okay, and okay, musicians, media play. Keith David is a treasure. Woodsman Dude just texted, and Indiana Bears. I wonder how my friend Shauna will feel about that. I bet she'd love it. Anyway, see you later. Stay warm. Nick, anyone who reads Dungeon Card will love Princess Donut. She's a champion show cat who gets the ability to talk. I'm sold. I'm going to tell Mandy about this. Ninja Warrior. Yes, that's what it's called. Omelet acquired. Pardon me while I devour mass quantities. Yes, I will devour mass quantities. My head can't. Look. Okay, I can do it. I went to do Conehead and somehow ended up a gender-bent version of the fairy godmother from Shrek. I'll take it. I know Rodman Rabbit would look better in the dress, but we all have to deal with what we can. And now those images are in your head. American Ninja Warrior and American Gladiator with their powers combined. Enjoy, Dan. MHI, that's my publisher. Cool. I know the author of Bubba the Monster Hunter. Oh, he's so cool. He is so cool. That's one of my favorite book series ever. And yet, I saw a Yeti, abominable snowman. Oh, I'm aware. And a Sasquatch on the way to the airport to fly to Hawaii. Even Biggie knows it's time to get out of town. Chair! I need to redraw the chair picture. Did the chair picture still... Did the chair picture get zapped? I think the chair picture got zapped. Yep, I may have to switch out the chair picture. Oh, reminder. Saturday the 31st, which is this Saturday, Indie CD Shugman ring. So Dawn, hopefully. Rich, maybe Joe. I can't remember. But a bunch of people are beyond this quick kick show. And it's awesome. So let's go. Remember to get there and support Sam and Mrs. Acme. Mrs. Acme? Is she involved with the Acme agency? Is she going to catch Carmen Sandiego? Anyway, hit it, Rockapella. Ah. It's around the world. No. Dang it. Now that song is stuck. I will be blasting that as soon as I am off. And, thanks, Chris. I finished the first 3 books, I know for sure. So, okay, there we are. Love and Affection. Musicians getting paid. Paid! Oh, wait, I have that. So, let me see. And we got Chair. And we have watched a video on how I make music. And it was so complimentary. Well, what you do is audible sorcery. Hold on. Do I still have it? Let me look at something. My media assets got goofed up a while ago, so I have to look to see what I have. The only one I have. Yes, I need a new ad for you, Mr. Hollifield, at your earliest convenience. But ads I do have that definitely must be run are, yeah, let's do this. All right, we got to run a couple more ads before we can wrap this up. Set a book with Bubba. Yes. Okay, I got time. Bubba the Monster Hunter is an amazing series. The audiobook version is phenomenal. If you like sarcasm, if you like Southern mentality, if you're not afraid to hear something a little rough around the edges, and if you can appreciate the love a man holds for his desert eagle, you might like Bubba the Monster Hunter. Now, I will say for me, my preferred, my dream firearms are a little stranger. I would do great harm to, say, acquire a Koepp Arms 357, because I can run 38s out of it. Rhino, because I quite like that firearm. I have a deep and abiding love for lever action rifles, and it's just a variety of 22s because I like putting holes in paper from a ways away that I can afford. A lot of people make fun of my affection toward 22s, but it was funny. I went to a gun shop. Bubba makes me think about firearms. Sorry, not gun shop. I went to a range with my buddy Jim Robertson and Steve Clausen, and they bought an assortment, a bevy of beautiful firearms, and let me try them. And they thought I would love these little 22 9mm autoloaders, but the muzzle rise. See, I could take recoil all day, but that barrel rise messes my wrists up. But tell you what, between a Vaquera, which is a 44, basically Colt, and a 1911, I really like the 1911, largely because my hands are a little on the small side, and I don't like gripping the double stack like Glock styles, although I can run a Glock all day. I mean, it is a Glock. You have to almost, it's required you know how to run one of those. The AR-15 was, well, an AR-15, good and bad on that. And the 338 Lapua was, it let me reach out, and that was kind of fun. But I think about the firearms that I can afford to feed. And I might try to, hold on. I know they make them. I just know they're staggeringly expensive. Thank you for making me think things through the line. I saw it posted. I read the first Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter books. Okay. You got Bubba the Monster Hunter, which is one universe. And then you have Monster Hunters International. Read both of them. And if you're reading via audiobook, it's good. Just let it. Anybody gives you flack? Yes, sir. I have no doubt about it. I admire the art and logic. I don't carry for physical reasons and situational. So firearms with my son. I am tempted to acquire some carry freedom dispensers, if you will. I just do not have the funds to do so. And Inigo insists, the love on him, such a cuddle bug. The only reason I am not swamped by cats is I close my door. But yes, honestly, I do find, basically, if it has a trigger or an edge or a handle that can be applied, I can make it go. Maybe not the way they want it to, not the best, but I can make most things go. And I love cuddle bugs too. Oh, God. And I'm looking forward, because once I get out of this program, I get to go over and I get to get mauled by my cats, and I get to distribute some love. And I am insanely excited about that. So I am delighted. I check on a few things that I'm checking on for Nick Knows Nerf, because I found some sales that I was shocked. So I may be acquiring some things as money is, allotted, because that's a nice thing about Nerf. I can shoot my Nerf guns at people. I have to use a wrist brace when I don't blame you at all. That's a whole lot of handgun. But yeah, I'm a big fan of running something like a 357, but running lower power 38 rounds out of it, because I don't need to be supersonic man out of me. It was a very comfortable, I'm old. I like double action Smith and Wessons. I like actions that are cool, and I have a long-standing love affair with North American Arms Derringers. It's a whole thing. Like I said, I find the mechanics of things very cool. But it is 1 hour 16, so we got a little extra time. I may, in fact, stream game-related stuff or art-related stuff later, just because I have stuff that needs done. And with Mandy here, I have the opportunities. No promises. And yes, Dan, maybe we could make arrangements for one of your late-night shows if you go back to doing them. And, I can schedule ahead with Mandy so I don't get in trouble, and we can sit and talk till the wee hours about firearms and our preferences. Although I do not own any registered firearms. I've considered the purchase. I am just not in a financial place to acquire such things. But I will always take suggestions. Now, much like swords, I can always take more swords. But I like trainers because I can make the trainers go. Channel update for Historical Fencing Guild stuff. There should be at least a review on a new trainer. That makes me very happy. There should be a Nick Knows Nerf on a few things because, yes, I found something I thought was unattainable, and it happens to be attainable at a reasonable price. So I am in the matter of squee. And yes, we can always private chat in Discord. I will admit I am very bad at Discord, but yeah, we could do that too. I'm offering my services at times you do things, but yes, I'd love to speak. I also have to do some very distinct leather crafting, but my good and noble sirs, gentle folks, gentle ladies, and everyone in between, I'm going to run one more ad and wrap it up. Find a place that has a layaway plan for them. That's not a bad idea either. We'll see. However, there's an ad I got to run because it's my show.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel. But otherwise, I am Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my Rock and Roll Art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
Yep, folks, I am all about letting you guys art, especially right now. It is cold. There's not much to do. Snuggle up with a good book. If you don't have a good book, I can recommend some. Simply look up Nicholas Tockert on Amazon, and there's several good books. I have some great fiction that is often neglected. Few things to chill your bones, because there's nothing better than a scary story on a cold day. And a few other little surprises. Nothing like Zombie Mecha from Outer Space or Man Who Knows Too Much. It's almost like I need to film commercials for my own products. That might be one of my things I need to do this year. We will see. And what we will see is, sadly, the end of this program. Barring major comment, always, dear, always, have a good plan, stay warm, and have a good day. Yes. Thank you. Guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating. Because as long as you do, you can edit it. You can improve it, but you cannot edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. Toodles, folks.